It's time to put some makeup on this face. So welcome to my Get Ready with me. And today it's gonna be one of those really chitty chatty get readies with me. So I will probably not be talking about a lot about of the makeup that I'm putting on my face, but I will try to find a really nice way to let you know what's going on my face, okay? But if you don't know me, hi everybody, I'm Gagasita. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this beauty space where I just love to share with you my love for makeup. Could be old makeup, new makeup, every kind of makeup. And usually the tone here on my channel, I try to keep it really light and fun because makeup is my hobby and not my job. But I think today it's not gonna be really light. Okay, but let me start by putting some makeup on my face. First of all, I need to apologize for my absence here on YouTube. December wasn't a great month for my mental health, so this is really why. And honestly, I pretty much didn't put any makeup on December either. This is why, so that is that. But let's talk about the real reason why I decided that I needed to do this video, which is, of course, the whole Ensley Rain situation. If you don't know, Ensley Rain, it's a indie brand, and it's a woman-owned indie brand that, in fact, her brand name, Ensley Rain, it's a mix between her kids' names. So this is why I know she's a mom, because really rarely she posts something about her private life on her page, you know. So since the beginning, Ashley Rain wasn't a really loved indie brand because she used AI art. And AI art is such a new thing, and today it's something really polarizing. But right now, the brand is being calling out because of transphobic behaviors. First of all, let's start from there. I want my channel to be a safe place for everybody. If you're part of the LGBTQIA plus community, I hope you feel really well loved in this space right here. I am not here to make you feel bad about yourself, about who you are. You know, that's not my goal. I'm not a part of the LGBTQI plus community, but I want on my channel to be a place where people can respect and have like no hate to each other, or at least respect everybody's way of life. I am not here to spread hate. I am here to spread love, okay? Just here for the love. I am a way too small person, so I cannot force my wish for a hateless behavior into the world. I cannot force the world to be the way I want, but I still can force this kind of stuff on my, on my home, or on my friends, on my community, and in my really small space here on the web wide, the world web wide. So I hope you can respect in the comment, and I don't want to be judged about my opinion, and I don't want you to be judged about your opinion too. That's not what I'm stand for. I stand for open conversation and respect. I hope we can follow the conversation that I'm gonna start in today's video on the comment section and maybe have different insights, different point of views in the topic without you having to be gross, having to be hateful, having to be that kind of person. Don't be the person who says really ST things to other people. You don't need to be that person. Now I'm gonna put some lipstick and lip liner because I cannot do that and at the same time speak. I'm gonna starting by lining my lips with the lip liner Kola by Juvia's Place. On the mirror of my lips, I'm gonna use my Maybelline, is the L'Oreal Paris Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick, Less Chocolat. This one is in the shade Ginger. Now you are a little bit closer so we can do the eye. So basically, Ensley was following an account that was calling something like Grey Against Groomers or something like that. And then she liked some posts from a girl who is considered to be transphobic. Then I cannot trust everyone's opinions when it comes to that. So I needed to see what she girls talk about on her page. And basically the name of the girl is the Mi- mix mix sister, mix match sister. I don't know, something like that you can find on the internet. And basically on her page she relates about her personal experience being a tomboy that was many times was really pressured to transition because she's a truly true tomboy, so I really felt the pressure to transition. And even though I don't really enjoy the word grooming in this case, it's pretty much the same kind of stuff that other page it's promoting. And then it's really got me because I am a mom too, so I can understand her worrying when it comes to this kind of stuff. And wait a second. I am not saying that all trans people, all LGBTQAI plus are people who grooms kids. That's not even my point. The point is completely different. As a mom, I can understand having the worry of someone try to take your kids away from you because you may not be 100%, you cannot be 100% with the idea of having your kids taking something like puberty blocking or a gender affirmation surgery, because first of all that's really traumatic. The surgery itself, it's really invasive and traumatic, and it's pretty much, it's really hard to reverse. So I don't think that a person with a not full developed brain shouldn't be taking this kind of decisions for their life, because even I do understand that being in a body that you don't feel that it's your body for many years can be traumatic, and I'm saying this with love, it can really be traumatic. Regret a decision that you took why you were not a full developed person for the whole rest of your life can be way, way, way much worse. And that, as a mom, and that is not what I want for my kids. And that said, it doesn't mean that I will not support my child if they, in the future, they decide that they don't feel good on their body and they really wanted to change their gender, so they wanna go through all of that. But I still think that it's a really traumatic thing to put yourself on and maybe one day regret. So I do prefer my kid to have a full developed brain before doing this kind of decisions. And this is me trying to help my kid to be the best human they can be, and have regrets doesn't it's it can be really hard on your mental health. So I try to avoid this kind of stuff. And idea of having my kid took me away from that. It's really, really sad. And as a mom, I can understand why you were scared about something like that. Of course, I can understand because I love my kids way much more than my own life. So I wanted them to be really, really happy. And I wanted them to become adults who are able to love and feel loved. And I wanted it to be part of a society and make the society better and maybe a better place. I feel that this is the goal of every loving parent. And I know not every parent is a good parent. Every parent want their kid to feel love regardless, but that's my goal as parent. And many parents has the same goal. I promise you, maybe you didn't grow in a home like that, but the majority of the parents don't want to judge their kids. They want their kids to be happy. And now knowing how it can make a kid suffer because we don't really understand what they are going through, obviously, different person, different walks in life, different journeys, and we cannot judge each other. It's something that we cannot do because to judge someone, you should really fully understand why this person is the way it is, and that's not always really easy. So let's not do this. Am I doing another orange look? Apparently, I cannot stay away from orange. I read a lot about the gender affirmation surgery and the puberty blockers and all the things that people who want to transition really have to go through. So I promise you, knowing what you go through to get to your goal is something that I do really respect because it's not easy, it's particular hard, and many people really hate trans, and your journey it's really hard, and knowing how hard is the journey of a trans people, of a trans person, I could never hate someone like that because it's against myself. Is knowing how hard it is, you cannot hate me. I will do prefer that my kids do this as a full developed adult that understand that every surgery has like some good side, some bad side. It has a lot. Honestly, it doesn't matter what kind of surgery you are going through. You have to be honest with yourself and knowing that every surgery has some kind of consequences. Some of them are good ones, some of them not so good ones. But if it makes you feel better, it's okay. But as a child, you cannot fully understand what that means. As an adult, you can understand that, but as a child, you cannot. This is why I will never let my kid, as a kid, do a tattoo, but I won't stop on loving them because they got a tattoo when they are full developed adults. And that's, to me, It's the same as if my kid, when they are full grown up, they decide that they want to change their gender. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. So having someone pressuring my kid to do something that I am not 100 with, I mean, I do understand why the owner of Ensley Rain decides to follow this kind of accounts. And the only thing that it's really sad is the word grooming, because I know many, oh my gosh, in hate speech, grooming and other kind of thing are really used to say bad things about your community, and I got that, and this I cannot approve of. If you don't have a kid, but you're a full developed adult who went through that, you can understand, if you try, why a parent is worried about the whole process itself. I feel that if you're a person who is really intelligent and you have some kind of empathy, you will prefer your kid to this when they are full informed and full able to understand the consequences of what they are doing to their bodies when their brain is full developed, because until the 25 years the brain isn't full developed. So if you are younger than 25 years, your brain is not full developed, so it's harder for you to understand the idea of consequences. Science is just, it's not me, it's science that say that. So, you know what I mean? Honestly, I don't wanna any adult talking about gender and sex with my kids, not outside the biology lessons, in those lessons. I don't wanna any adult talking about this kind of stuff to my kids. It's my job as a parent. It's not anyone else's job, it's my job. And it's wrong people on the internet are trying to taking this out of me, you know? Okay, what I mean is that I understand why you were offended by some of those names, and I do fully understand that. I promise you I do, and I am not here trying to hate on you. What I am trying to say is that, in my opinion, the owner of Ensley Rain isn't transphobic, in my opinion. First of all, she's not really intelligent when it comes to her brand's choices. Those kind of stuff, you should never talk about the politics or polarizing on your brand's page. That's not really intelligent. But I don't think she was trying to be transphobic. She was trying to say, well, I do love you, I do love your community, but I don't want to see my kids taking away from me. And I can't stand by it, because I feel the same way, honestly. I don't feel that it's right using terms that will make you uncomfortable. That's not my goal at all. But as a parent, I can feel and I can understand her worries, okay? And I hope we can have a conversation about that. And this is why this video, it's me trying to explain you that, in my opinion, the owner of Ensley Rain wasn't trying to be transphobic. She was not really intelligent when it comes to verbal aggression, and some of those posts can be considered verbal aggressions. And even though I understand her heart and I understand that she is just a really worried parent, because you should always be able to put yourself in other people's shoes, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to look. This is why, as a parent, I can see why some of those things are really worrying for a parent. But on the other side, I don't think that verbal aggression is something right to do. I feel that any kind of aggression, including calling someone else racist or transphobic, are really bad. At least, actually, it's actually true. If people go out and really do transphobic thing, facts, they really behave in a transphobic way, you can call them transphobic, but it's a really derogative term, and sometimes it's a really strong term because it's linked with hate, and hate, it's a horrible word, and it's a horrible feeling, and I don't wanna no one to feel that way, and I don't wanna you to feel hated for being yourself, for trying to feel better in your own body, but in the same time, it's not right to make another person feel bad because of their opinion when it comes to the way they want to grow up their kids. And I really think that it's better for a kid to receive psychology, to go to the therapist and talk about their feeling, and when they are full developed, they are able to decide to transition if they feel like, or maybe they don't, but it's important to be able to do so. And oh my gosh. This is really important to me because I don't want you to feel left out because of your choice of life, because of your journey. That's not my goal at all. Never my goal. I want you to know that I really respect you because I don't know on my skin what you are going through. I only know what is racism because I live in Italy, and Italians, of course, not all of them, and nowadays fewer of them, but a lot of them are really racist, and they really can make you feel hate for something that you don't have the full control over. So I do understand how it's feel hate of something that is just you. It's part of you. So I do understand you. I promise you, I do understand you. And I hope you are able to put yourself in a parent shoes, that in a parent that is really worried about their kids. And it's, of course, that doesn't mean that every parent loves their kids. Every parent is able to understand that sometimes your kid is different than you. Your kid has different taste, different journeys, different way of life than you. But as a parent, I want to put my kid in the world able to take the decision, and camera cut me out. What I am trying to say is that as a parent, I really wanted to make my kid to be happier in their skin and be part of this beautiful society that we live in, and maybe make it even better for the one that will come next, because that's the goal of every loving parent. I will always love my kids, regardless of what they want to be then when they will grow up, and what their goals or their failure or their love or their hate. I'm gonna always be loving my kids, but I want to put them in the world, and as kids, they are not able to do so yet. They will be. some point of their life they will be. And I am not saying that it's wrong to decide to be trans. I am saying that it's wrong to decide without fully understanding what it means. The surgery, the puberty blockers, the hormones, the treatment you have to go through to be who you decide to be, the problems that you're gonna have in your relationships, in your job, the traumas that it's gonna create inside you. All of us has some kind of trauma, bigger or smaller. So as a parent, I hope you understand why many people it's like, okay, I don't wanna you saying to my child, just don't go contactless to your parent. This is horrible. Please, 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 don't do that. Don't tell me that you never do this, because I promise you, I saw some representative of your community doing so, as I know that some representative of parents are saying really ugly things. I know sometimes people say really horrible things, but this is not the right place to do so. This is the right place where we just play with colors and things, and the owner of Ensley Rain was wrong about putting this conversation in this space. This is not the right space. The beauty community isn't the right space where talk about this kind of really deep and important thing. It's not the right place at all. So I want hate, or I want stop of supporting Ensley Rain for what, in my own opinion, isn't a hate behavior. To me, it wasn't that she hates trans people. She's not transphobic. At least, in my opinion, I don't see this kind of thing as someone who hates trans people. I see this like someone who is really worried about the way they got to choose how, to make their kids grow up. I think that it's the right thing to do is to create more spaces where kids, first of all, kids can be themselves regardless. A boy should be able to put a dress if she feels like, and okay, a girl can use a motoboy without having to feel she's a boy, and a boy can use pink without feeling that it's wrong. So it's important to create a space where kids can be themselves, and it's important to create a space where people who is in the same journey of my kid, maybe my kid is gay or lesbian or whatever, and as a straight mom, maybe I don't understand the journey of my kid. I don't understand my kid work on life, but you don't have to talk about my journey to my kid. That's my job. You have to talk about my kid's journey with me. As a parent, I wanted to you as an adult come to me and we can talk about it. We can respect each other and still be able to share our opinion without people saying, oh, you don't get to have an opinion about it. Oh yeah, of course I got to have an opinion. I don't got to judge you, but you don't got to judge me too. So let's not be rude about it. Let's do things with love for love, okay? That's my point, and I don't know, maybe, now it's 1 a.m. and I was not able to sleep because this thing about Ensley Rain pressed on my mind over and over again, and I really needed to talk to you who follows me. I know we are not a lot here, but we're still people, and we're smaller, and I feel that I am part of the beauty community in a really small way. I am really tiny. I am like a nobody, but I still have an opinion to share. And in the future, when you see me testing and trying more as Lorraine, because of course it's one of my favorite brands. That is nothing against. It's not because it's my favorite brand, because I do prefer actually Bella Beauty Bar over Ensley Rain when it comes to their formula. And Bella Beauty Bar, it's an amazing brand. So it's not because of the formula, it's not because of the palette, it's not because of the PR, obviously. Ensley Rain doesn't even know who I am. That's not even the point. Let's take it out of the road, okay? I think that the owner of Ensley Rain did something really stupid, which is taking really deep and important topics to a community who is not really able and, full connected with all the other things that this kind of topic deserve. This kind of topic deserve people really informed, the people really with this kind of topics deserve to be talked about really, really well, because it's really important. It's really important. And as a parent who love my kid, I will always try to understand what they are going through. And whenever I am not able to do so, I will try to reach out to someone who is able to tell me, okay, this is why they're doing this. This is what they need you to do. This is how you can show to your kid that they are loved regardless. This is what I want the kid journey to be. They can be in wherever walk of life that they want to, but I wanna be there with them. I don't want someone who doesn't know my kids just because they go through something really similar that my kid talking to my kids. That's not appropriate. That's not no. We don't want to do that. We're gonna be respectful. You're gonna respect me as a mother and as a person. And if you wanna tell me, oh, you're doing this wrong to your kid, you're gonna tell me, not my kid. Okay? Boundaries are important too, for a respectful relationships. And I really wanted to have a respectful relationship with you, because I do really respect your journey. I do really understand how it feels to be hate for something that you don't feel that you have the control over. And I do understand you, and I hope you can understand a parent too. Even though you're not yet a parent, maybe you're thinking on maybe adopt a kid in the future. Maybe you want to have your own kid. If you don't want to have a kid, I hope you can still be able to understand why sometimes a parent can be really irrational, like the owner of Ensley Rain. Because I feel that her message before she's trying to cover everything up, because she moved everything, but now she doesn't really know how to make it work. I feel that it's really important to understand that. I hope so. I hope that people, it's always trying their best to be good persons. And I am trying to do this too. And maybe you're like, oh yeah, oh, you cannot be a guide to your kid to this kind of journey because you haven't gone through this or that. But we are trying to do our best all the time. And I like to think that people isn't going around the world trying to spread hate. I like to think that people is trying to to be good people, okay? And I hope you can be respectful. If your opinion is different than mine and you really felt that way, it's really, really transphobic because her like this kind of posts, or maybe you have a completely different opinion. I want to read your opinion. I am ready to continue this conversation with you in the comments. Please be respectful, understand that English isn't my first language, so maybe I said something dramatically wrong. I don't know why. Sometimes I speak and then when I gonna edit the video, I am like, oh, that's not how you say, that's not how you say that, but I do anyway. I don't know why, I don't know what's wrong with me. And I am smiling a lot, but that's just nervous. I try to smile a lot, always. I feel that the smile, it's my mask for life. I am always a really smiley person. So my smile isn't me trying to disrespect you. It's just my way of combat, my way of fight my feelings. You know, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope this really chitty chatty video it somehow point a start point to talk about this deeper topics without being disrespectful. And in the end of the day, I don't want to stop supporting a brand that I like so much when I don't really think that the brand was being transphobic or trying to spread hate. So this is why I cannot continue. I'll support Ensley Rain. At least you show me that I am completely wrong. I am always ready to change idea. I just need to really understand what there is underneath. I am the person who could never be, oh yeah, I will never support this person because everyone else is saying that this person is a racist, you know? I need to understand why people say that this person is racist because our generation and the generation next, our generation, I feel that we are really sensitive and we are always trying to do the best. And sometimes trying to do the best, we try to be offended really easily. I feel that to be a better person, I personally, I have to stop be offended by what people say and try to understand why people say what they are saying. A person like me that can be offended somehow easily, you can still be able to see, oh yeah, that's wrong, that's right, that's what not. We have to learn better how to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and don't be always judgy. Because sometimes people really don't mean to be bad people. They just don't have the on do so. They don't have the instruments to do so. I really think that. But by the way, this is the end of the video. I hope that now I come back to 0 subscribers. I am so worried about the future of my channel. You don't know. It's hard. But in the end of the day, I have to be true to myself, true to my values. And, you know, share with you my opinion is the best way to make you understand me a little bit better. And maybe it's the best way to get to know a little bit better who are you watching my videos. And this is the end of the video. And hopefully see you soon. Bye.